Hey, this is Sorel Sonara from Express Lane Immigration. Right now, I'm going to talk about the most common immigration scams that I see, especially for Canada. All right, there's going to be two that are work permit related and one that's more PR and express entry related. So let me start with the express entry one. First of all, let me start by saying that a lot of the different consultancy firms in your home country, especially in South Asia, like India and Pakistan and Bangladesh and the surrounding countries, anyone with some money and a desk can literally open up an office and call themselves an immigration consultant. That is not what an immigration consultant is. A Canadian immigration consultant, or a person that can practice immigration law in Canada, has to go through the IRCC or be a Canadian lawyer or a notary, right? So those are the people that can practice immigration in Canada. If a person is not licensed, if they are not called a regulated Canadian immigration consultant or a lawyer, they cannot practice immigration. Now, this is why it's not surprising when I see so many types of scams happening back in India, especially from my home country, right? Because anyone, like I said, can open up a shop, and people are so eager to come to Canada or move out from India and to other places that they will listen to any single sweet words coming out of someone's mouth and just completely get hooked by it and then lose a lot of money in the process. Okay, so some of the scams that I've seen, work permit related, for example, they will promise big things. Oh, we have work in Canada, um, we have this and this ready for you, big money, big salary, right? But I've seen some of those fake documents. It's actually laughable how fake they look. They have stamps from certain agencies that shouldn't even be there, right? So let me tell you a bit about the work permit process so you know what to look for when someone tells you about work permit opportunities in Canada. So for people, the main pathway for people to come to Canada through the work visa program is something called temporary foreign worker program, and what they need from that is something called an approved LMIA. And LMIA stands for Labor Market Impact Assessment. All right, what that is something like a local employer, someone in Canada, right, a business that wants to hire a foreign worker. They have to go through a process to show the government that they tried to hire people in Canada, people that are citizens and permanent residents of Canada, but they could not, and that is why they want to hire a foreign worker. All right? That's the process that a business has to go through to actually hire someone from abroad. It's a very lengthy process and it's a headache as well, which is why a lot of businesses don't like doing it. But that just shows you that there's an initial step before someone can be offered a work permit. Now, when you're approached by someone that says, "Oh, we have job opportunities in Canada," the first thing you have to say is, "Can I see the LMIA? Can I see the document that gives me permission to actually go and work in Canada?" Right? That LMIA is what you use to actually apply for a work permit. Before you give any money to anyone, make sure you can actually see the LMIA. All right? If you can't, and if they say, it's confidential and make up excuses, then or at least you can start to know that it's sounding like a fraud. All right. So that can save you a lot of hassle and a lot of money. Never give money without seeing proof of something. Okay. Number two, again, related to work permits, what another thing I've seen is, the LMI could be real. The work permit is approved, right? It's officially approved by the government, the immigration department. But sometimes a person comes to Canada paying big money, by the way. I've seen a lot of different agencies, like consultants and employers in bed together charging people a lot of money, sometimes $60,000, $100,000. But when they come here, there's actually no job, right? If they told you beforehand that there's no job and you're doing this all for just for the paper, that's a different story. Again, it's not legal, but it's a different story. But if you come here after everything's approved and there's no job in reality, then you basically spent $60,000 to come here, and you have to find money to live and survive, right? So that's a different type of scam that I've seen, but it's a little different in terms of uh who is wrong and what kind of what kind of agreements were in play between the foreign worker, the employer, and the consultant. All right. And now the third thing that I've seen is this is very, very, very common in India, again, my home country. It's probably common in other places as well. But nowadays, getting express entry is pretty difficult. All right, if you don't have like 450 and over, it's very hard to get an invitation to apply, obviously, right? Now, what I've seen is a consultant, back in the home country, they'll charge $1,000 or $2,000 in the local currency, 50,000, 100,000 rupees. They'll charge that and make big promises. Oh yeah, you'll get your PR, you'll get invited to apply, this and that. Now, deep inside, they know this person's not going to get invited for anything, but they just profited $1,000 off this person just to create an express entry profile. All right. Now that profile stays in the pool for 1 year. They might also create profiles in some other provincial programs, but that profile stays in the pool for 1 year, after which it expires, right? So this naive person that just paid a lot of money is waiting for 1 whole year, asking the consultant, what's the update, what's my status, this and that. But all along, the profile is basically worthless because you don't have enough points to actually be invited, right? So before you approach any type of consultant, first of all, make sure they're actually a licensed, regulated consultant, all right? Not just someone who opened up a shop and is practicing without actually being legally allowed to practice, number one. Number two, if you're looking to apply through the PR category express entry, then make sure you actually go on Google, type in CRS tool, okay? CRS tool on Google, click on the link, which should be the first one that points to the government official website. It'll take you to a calculator, and inside it, you can calculate the approximate number of points you can get based on your current or in the future biodata, right? So it takes maybe 2 minutes to do, and you can include your spouse as well if you're married. 2 minutes of your time, it'll show you and give you a good idea of what to expect. If you're getting points that are high 300s or low 400s, like below like 440 or something, chances are you're going to be in that pool for 1 year without any type of status update, and then it's going to expire, and then you have to apply again. All right? So at least do that before you approach and pay someone money to do the exact same thing, right? They're going to charge you $1,000, $2,000, and they're basically doing that amount of work and they're knowing that nothing's going to happen out of it. And then in addition to that, they might promise false jobs and stuff again. For example, let's say you're at like 400 points, and getting a job offer, an official job offer, can give you 50 points. Now, a job offer means a positive LMIA. 99% of the time, it means a positive LMIA, like I explained before in this video, a labor market impact assessment. If you have that, if you have that, then you can get 50 points. All right. So these consultancies will promise you a job offer. It'll say, oh yeah, we'll give you the 50 points. They'll keep you waiting. They'll keep you waiting for 1 year. Oh, the profile's expired. Now pay us more money and we can start the process again, right? So what this is doing is giving you a false sense of hope, which is worse than losing money actually, because I would rather lose my money than have a hope for something that might not happen, right? So keep these things in mind when it comes to immigration scams. I've given you 3 scams here. There's many more, but these are the 3 most common things I've seen, right? To review, one is paying big money, but not having an actual work permit, right? A fake job offer. Number 2 is paying big money and not having the job when you actually come here, right? On paper, it's good. If you want just the immigration status, go for it. Again, it's illegal, but I don't recommend it at all. But people do that a lot. And number 3 is this creation of a profile and the false sense of hope given by applying for express entry. So I hope that helped. If you want real, no obligation advice where the truth is spoken, like I have in this video, you can always reach out to us at expresslaneimmigration.ca. Or WhatsApp me at +1 780 983 9198, or email info@expresslaneimmigration.ca. Thank you.